wanted a free kick, lost his cool, and that is an ugly incident. I'll tell you what.
Violence is nothing new in the AFL.
Again, we tip this will be on for Young and Old before it's over.
Laker and McCarthy.
Well, they're going in now, and Hawthorn are not taking any funny business today. Look at them going in, piling in there.
If these players did what they did off the field, they would be charged with assault. Instead, they are given suspensions or fines.
His punch to the jaw of Sydney's Callum Mills, the talk of the footy world.
With this most recent incident being an example, Melbourne Football Club player Thomas Bugg got a 6-match suspension for this punch.
The AFL is the only major football code without some form of a send-off rule, and last night's incident has led to fresh calls for that to change.
I'm hitting the streets of Perth to ask people's opinions if they think a send-off system should be introduced in the AFL.
I reckon they should, because there's too many fights involving and too many people getting injured in the AFL.
Then of course they should be sent off, and they shouldn't be able to continue with the game, and they should get red carded and taken off for the rest of the game. Exactly the same that happens in soccer. So I think the AFL need to have a look at this closely, and I think in time it'll definitely come in.
They should, because bad behaviour, too rough, send him off.
I personally think they should, because especially in sports, they should use it for being fair. And me, I am a big PPL fan as well, so especially using the red cards, it can kind of make them stand the rules as well.
Yeah, I think they should introduce red cards, because I think the player that infringes should be penalised at that time, and their team should suffer a consequence like they do in rugby or, soccer.
Yeah, the Bug one was interesting, because after he did it, I don't think he touched the ball much after that, maybe got a couple of possessions, so it affected his game. The other team were probably looking for him a bit after that, so it probably had a real negative influence on the game, so it's probably best to send him off.
Some people don't support the idea of a red card or send-off system in the AFL. That includes AFL CEO Gillan McLachlan.
So in terms of addressing that ongoing, a number of things have been raised, red cards, others. I feel potentially the red card raises as many issues as it solves. I feel comfortable with the system.
Yeah, I don't think they should introduce a red card system in the AFL, because just how competitive the current game is and how intense it is. I think if you introduce a red card game currently, it'll take away from the spectacle of what AFL is. Because at the moment, that's what differentiates that code from other codes anyway, because the tackling, the aggression, the pressure that teams put on.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to keep that out of sport. I mean, that's for the... You can't go around hitting people in the face, no matter whether you're on a sports field or in a nightclub or out on the normal street. The guy should actually get done for assault.
Usually, if someone commits a foul, they play pretty terrible after that. So not much point in them being on the field. And I just think it affects the game in a negative way for everyone on. So send them off, definitely.
This is Michael So reporting for Undercurrent.